I was going to say.
Does anybody have a track list of the beard jokes I have made so far?
No.
Well, that's
yes. It's called YouTube.
Yeah, just go 3 minutes into each episode and you'll find out.
I just want to. I can't remember. If
Did I hear someone say 3 minutes? The free beard warning. There you go.
There you go. That's your new one.
No,
That's your new one. No, go for it.
No. I will not be denied my joke.
You've done the beard foundation.
You
did bearded and dangerous.
Bearded and dangerous. Beard money.
Okay.
You've done beard solution. There you go.
New beard.
Absolute beard.
No, I have got one. I just need to know which ones I've used. Where is last minute continue?
How dare you?
It's on my list somewhere.
It's on at lastminutecontinue.com. Easy.
Oh, even I don't go to lastminutecontinue.com. Let's be joking.
YouTube, you're being shit.
Just like no one goes to wrestletalk.com.
I don't know what that is.
But you must support Wrestle Talk. It says so in the videos. I meant what I said the other day as well on live stream that House of Hardcore uses the same graphics package as we do. It's just red. It's great.
So they're the Raw to our SmackDown.
Yeah, because their stuff's free on Twitch, obviously. So it's worth having a look, okay, to see what Tommy's up to. But yeah, I've
got a good idea of what he's up to.
He's doing his own little mini impresario thing.
Indeed.
Working for him. So, God bless Tommy. God bless Tommy Dreamer. God bless Tommy Dreamer. It's like the Philadelphia version of Christmas Carol. What's that, Tiny Taz? God bless us, every Paul Heyman guy.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back once again to Last Minute Kickout. I'm Pete Titans Creed Nethercoat, joined, as always, by Mrs. Finley's baby boy, John Turbo Finley.
Ayo.
Or Shin. I'm going to call him Shin. I'm really annoying today. John Shin Turbo Finley.
John Turbo Shinley.
Shinley, there we go. And those ever familiar dulcet tones are the one and only Mr. Kevin, the Kevin Eva.
Hello.
Today, we are the Beard World Order.
Okay,
no,
wait,
okay.
Wait, hang on, we can't be that because we'd be BWO then.
Exactly, that was the point. We're gonna be the Blue World Order, but we're with beards. All of us bearded, except for you. You can be the Stevie Richards of the group.
Oh, good.
You can be the good one. Yeah,
so,
exactly.
So who's the beard meanie? All right, so I'm just the guy who no one else remembers.
You could be the guy.
Roman third man.
Roman Reigns was part of the Blue World Order. But yes, we are here to talk about the latest phenomenon that was the Royal Rumble 2018, of all the joy it brought the world and all the shit it brought with it as well. It was a good show until the end.
The WWE giveth, and then the WWE taketh away.
Yes.
And give you something else, and say forget about that.
I mean, the main roster show was a lot less predictable than it has been of late, with the exception of one match, I would say. Otherwise, yeah, I thought it was overall a decent pay-per-view with a couple of things. But as always, These gentlemen have wonderful notes. I have a brain which remembers things, and we will all go into depth over several things, except possibly not the Royal Rumbles, because I don't want to be here for 5 hours, as I'm sure no one else does too. There will be some spots I'm sure the boys will talk about which entertain them the most.
Yeah.
But yes, I only caught the tail end of the pre-show because I was making dinner and I forgot what time it started. But these lovely gentlemen, I'm sure, have watched it, or at least one has. I know one has. So I'll let them talk about it. Mr. Shinsuke Nakamura. Take it away.
Well, guess what? I haven't.
Cool.
Hi, I'm Shinsuke Nakamura. I'm Shinsuke Nakamura, and I love to fight. Okay, so
That works. I like it.
See, these guys are coming up with my material first off, and it's like I've got nothing on this.
That's because you are the Terry Reynolds to this group, and they just come out looking nice.
Yes, yes, I do.
I've got to do one thing before we start to John, which is camera. Okay, so Royal Rumble kickoff, everybody. Boy, that was fun. They started off what appeared to be, it was like 1.5 hours before the Rumble started. As they just said, they had just opened the doors, meaning we went to the guys there, and the damn place was empty. Absolutely empty. So, of course, what do we do after our brief hellos with Renee and the crew? We go straight into a match. There's no bugger there. But
and who was out in that first match?
205 Live.
Yeah, of course.
I've put
kind
it
of
down.
thing.
My first note is actually 205 Live versus the concession stands. It was the team of Gulak, TJP and Jack Gallagher versus all the Lucha guys, Kalisto, Gran Metalik, and Lance Dorado. Oh dear. TJP was announced as the first ever Cruiserweight champion. Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Like, nothing happened before the Cruiserweight Classic. Didn't you know that? It was actually... The start was really confusing. There was lots of tags in and out. Nobody wanted to face anybody, which was, useful.
They've done a match where they could essentially have done something to fill in the cruiserweight void.
Yes.
Okay. Now I'm going to interject something in our chat that we have, our Discord chat, while Clear's talking about it, so you can input this picture. But this was a tweet that came from Akira Tozawa recently, I believe off this week's 205 Live that's just happened. And it reminds me of what you said about them versus the concession stands, and it's how I feel Mr. Tozawa feels.
I think they all feel that, yeah. So TJ, after all these tags and people cycling in and out because, hey, get ring time, even if it's like 2 seconds of going, aha, I'm going to tag out to this guy. Aha, I don't have to tag him. I'll face him, tag out. TJP came in and sort of went up to the Lucha team, as I'm going to call them. And the Lucha team as a whole, Kalisto, Gran Metalik, and Lasdaro, all responded by dabbing at him. I just put the entire Lucha team has immediately turned heel for me. Anyway, there's a back and forth for a while. TJP's belt is broken. Somebody throw up an X. Oh God! Oh, the tension. There's a nice spot actually where all 3 members of the Lucha team go out, having disposed over the top rope or through the middle rope or what have you of the other side. All 3 of them go up to the same
Turnbuckle
and do moonsaults simultaneously in 3 different directions onto their opponents, which was really a nice move. Then we had some fun with Jack Gallagher, because Gulak over in 205 Live is doing his thing where he's against all the high-flying moves and he wants to stop. Jack Gallagher goes up to the second turnbuckle
Brett's rope. Most dangerous rope.
Yes. And Gulak's not having any of this. So going, oh no, he starts really losing it again.
It's right. He's right. He's right to lose it. It's Brett's rope. It's Brett's rope. It's a very dangerous rope.
Yes. There is much screaming of "It's fine." No, it's fine. No. Gallagher shuffles along to the middle of the second rope. Does a sort of very poor Undertaker. Shuffles along to the middle. At which point he sort of goes and sort of falls in a splash. So I'm saying it'll be absolutely fine, and he just ends up going splat.
All I can imagine is just a poor man Zoidberg just crawling across the road.
No, he's poor man's Kirby.
Yeah, he's not Martin Kirby.
Yeah.
It's not Martin Kirby with the Zoidberg elbow. But yeah, so he falls flat in a wonderful cartoon fashion. In that he falls flat, splats face first, and just sort of stays there. In absolute Looney Tunes fashion, like he has been he's literally face into the mat as well, which is quite good. It's wonderful, but there's nobody there, so there's no reaction to anything.
Yeah.
Eventually, there's quite a nice little roll-up sequence between Kalisto and TJP, I think it was, and it ends up with him sort of rolling out or countering a roll-up into the Selena del Sol, gets the pinfall. Oh, then we go on to important stuff like who is going to be the 205 Live General Manager. Spoilers, it's Rockstar Spud, as has now been revealed, which is great. I love Rockstar Spud. A talented British wrestler.
Right.
Always has a bow tie on. Was in TNA for a very long time indeed, and
16 years of experience.
Lots of work with EC3. He's a very fun chap, and he can do he's a very good character wrestler. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
He's now going under the name, by the way, of Drake Maverick, which is the most WWE has thought of this name I've heard in a while.
I'm literally just gonna wait for the extra tagline we'll get now as well, because that's WWE's new thing,
Yes.
isn't it?
Drake Maverick. So he's now been revealed anyway. That's his subsequently. Drake Maverick also sounds like a DLC character for the Gunman of the Apocalypse game from the Red Dwarf episode. As he battles with the Riviera kids to take down bandits. We eventually cut to Owens and Sami Zayn, who are doing the backstage Q&A. We don't hear them initially because Renee's talking over them all.
Of course.
Which is good. Owens wearing an Edge t-shirt for no reason at all, other than the fact that he wants to. They discuss quite some things quite candidly about what's going on, who are people tweeting at them because they're in the social media lounge, which none of them are particularly pleased about. Owens blocks people. Charlotte comes out for an interview. Is asked if she would like the Rumble winner to choose her and face her. To which she replies, "Well, I'm the money match," and kind of buries Bliss. And then she has to apologise.
Arguably, she's not at the moment.
Yeah,
if she was heel, I would absolutely agree with that statement.
Well, everyone kind of looks at her funny, and she suddenly realises, oh crap, and goes, whoops, sorry, that's the old Charlotte. They do the Rumble by the numbers video package that we're used to, and there is a very important change to what we usually see. What's the thing that always comes up when we have the Rumble by the numbers promo? 2 people have won it from number 1. One of those being Shawn Michaels.
Yeah,
They've changed it.
Yeah, this is the thing that's been making the rounds on social media this week, isn't it?
Yeah.
They changed it, so it's now 4 people have won from the 1 and 2 position.
And there's only one they did not show or mention.
Of course, but they're not going to do that. But it sort of makes it less messy and sort of brings into the whole thing that, hey, number 2 is basically equal to number 1, so there's no difference.
Yeah.
And they shouldn't really sort of take it as that. Philly has got in, at this point, Philly's got into the actual building. And they're pretty pumped, even for the pre-show. They're really cool. Reddy gets to talk to Zayn and Owens. Owens points out that, you know, we've actually got prep to do for a match that's coming up, like, in a minute. Why the hell are we doing this shit? At which Zayn then grammar slams people on Twitter because they can't spell his name right, including variations like Zin and Jane, among other things. And they question him about the potential for the co-champions thing. Owens brings up, well, no one's bothered complaining about the New Day and the Freebird rule that they've been using. No one's complained about that. Instead, they get fed up with Renee, and they said they reached out to Jerry Lawler instead. They ignore all of Renee's questions after this and just go, is Jerry Lawler there? Excellent. And they get really happy that Lawler's there. They bring up his elimination of Max Moon from the Rumble that he did.
Wow.
He mentioned it earlier, and then Owens was like, "Oh, you eliminated Max Moon. That's amazing."
The classic sarcasm.
Owens still has beef with Pete Roseberg on Twitter from the stuff that he said about the new signings.
To be fair, if I was Kevin Owens, I'd have beef with Pete Rosenberg. If I was anybody, I'd have beef with Pete Rosenberg.
He outright refuses to talk to him. So Lawler comes back on, and again, their appearance is 180. Owens says Rosenberg actually pays WWE to work for them.
What the fuck?
And then asks Sammy if perhaps we can talk to Matt Hardy about deleting him.
That's amazing.
Gallows and Anderson, they get fed up with this, and they just move on. Gallows and Anderson versus the Revival. The Good Bros come out to a very nice pop indeed. The Revival come out, and everyone's really worried. Booker pretends to know who the Revival are, and I do not believe this for a minute. I've just written down here. The match happens. The Revival do their thing of really cutting the ring in half. Good, quick really proper tag team psychology.
As they are, because they're really good at that.
Anderson does a nice thing because they work over Anderson's knee pretty seriously, and they do a nice thing where they go for a dragon screw on it. And Anderson actually blocks it and manages to turn it into a pinfall attempt, which is something I don't think I've really seen before.
All right.
Eventually, it's a hot tag. Gallows comes in, cleans house. Magic Killer's broken up. Gallows manages to run headfirst into the post.
Very comically, I would say.
It was like. Dawson goes up top, stopped by Anderson. Wilder comes in with a really nasty chop block on that worked over knee. Rolls up Anderson with a vice grip on the knee, and it just works. It worked. It's not a finisher at all, but it's a thing where they've actually worked on a limb, and now it worked. And they got a pinfall. The Revival won. Cuts back. JBL turns up.
Oh gee.
You know what time it is.
Yeah. Before that, I put down here. I wonder if somebody said something to Otunga, because obviously, I mean, I said this in last time. He's got a lot of stuff going on at the minute. Obviously,
yes.
He was well distracted and out of it, and looked pretty rattled by something. So I wonder if something said something. They play a takeover package. Alundra Blaze turns up. Turns to JBL and said, "They let you in here?" Lots of back and forth. Blaze joins in on the New Day, which is quite funny. Otunga's eventually allowed back on the table after being sent away for being a bad boy, I guess. And he's actually quite energized. He talks about how he's in awe of Braun's strength and really these three talented individuals that we've got in the Universal Championship match. Also brings up the possibility of considering the threat each pose to the other, what actual alliances we'll get in that match. And it actually brings up some very good questions. And then we move on to the US Open Challenge, which begins with the interesting thing that Bobby Roode's US title doesn't seem to have his name on it.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
There was the nameplate there. It was a blank nameplate, and some people noticed and were like, "Is he going to lose the belt like immediately?" They not even bother to do a nameplate for him.
Wasn't there rumors that the original plan for this was going to be that he was gonna they were gonna win? Someone was gonna win the belt, and then there was going to be the Open Challenge because the face would always win it. And then every Open Challenge, it would just be Dolph Ziggler coming back, winning the belt, and then just vacating it again.
Oh, that would be let's kill the US Championship.
Yeah,
that would be
Very
an
smart.
interesting one. Although, unless that was like the parting gift, we're gonna make Dolph like the
It was
title reigns for the US Championship.
I mean, it was a rumor that I'd heard. It would have been interesting. But, yeah, I don't know.
We're going to have the US title under 24/7 rules. That's what we're going to do. Now, I don't know if you've got notes for this, John.
I don't have any notes at all for the
Okay.
pre-show at all.
This is my official notes for this match. Rude's US title doesn't have his name on it yet. What the actual hell? Mojo Rawley comes out. Oh.
Mojo doesn't like the floor.
He doesn't like the floor.
He likes hating it a lot. Yeah.
And he runs away from the floor as quickly as he can.
It's those LEDs, man. They totally mess with him.
Yeah, he runs to the ring because he's only safe when he feels canvas under him.
I don't mind Mojo. I just don't like what
He's an American. He's obviously, got that American football mentality for his gimmick in his entrance and his run.
Best friends with Gronk or whatever his name is.
Sadly, not Gog. Sadly.
I like the idea of Mojo as a person. I just don't like his gimmick. I like his footballer thing. I think it's absolute trash.
Yeah. It's a match in the loosest possible term of the word match.
With a good botch at the end.
Oh yeah, I've just put down here a not particularly glorious DDT finishes it.
That was, I don't know what that was meant to be.
Finishes it clumsily at Who Gives a Crap.
Yeah,
that's why I really didn't give a damn. Oh, Rude did a promo beforehand, by the way, and he said words. Very important words that I cared about so much that I kind of skipped over it.
Mm-hmm.
He says one word, which is there to build the crowd up and get a pop, and that's it. The rest is just gibberish.
Oh dear. But yes, the whole thing about that. Anyway, thus endeth what felt like forever, and Philadelphia has been allowed in the building at this point. And the proper stuff can begin, and it begins, of course, with the WWE Championship.
This was about the time that I think I actually joined on, and it was quite funny because as we got to the last couple of minutes of the pre-show, the Philly crowd was quite loud. Very.
They can be.
Oh, they were.
They can be when they have the energy for it, which we'll get into later.
Yes. So, who would like to do the championship match and the lovely stuff that happened there?
Well, I might as well because I got my nuts.
So, I say him. Him.
Right.
Old leather jacket chops over there.
Okay, so
King of Scots style.
That's cool. I like that one.
Well, you're on fire, the
I'm
Perius.
just making merch for you now.
Yeah, go ahead. You can say I need some merch for myself. I think it's like I have one avatar, thing to my name, nothing more. Anyway, AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn handicap match for the WWE Championship match. I was actually kind of weirded out that this was gonna start the main card. I would have thought it would, happen just before the men's Royal Rumble, like it would be traditionally. But nope. They want to start out. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn obviously doing the classic kind of like heel mentality of just constantly tagging in and out to keep AJ on his toes and whatnot. I'm just gonna go through. Was it KO? There was a really good spot with KO pulling AJ's leg, but then AJ got him in a head scissors and took him down to the floor. That was really good. How he kind of like.
There was some decent mentality throughout the entirety of the match, really.
Yeah. Oh, I love the one tag spot where Kevin Owens ran out into the ring, ran around the ring, got back to his side of the ring with Sami Zayn, and then tagged himself out to let Sami go back in. That was funny. Of course, like I said, I keep saying every time, AJ bumper extraordinaire.
Oh, AJ was selling like an absolute king.
Yes, he was, and he if there was a Slammy award for best bumper of the year, don't give it to Dolph Ziggler anymore. Give it to AJ Styles because he makes it more believable. KO Kevin Owens hits a double stomp. That double stomp that he landed on AJ was oof. It's like felt bad. I just went ow to that. What was it? There was a spot where AJ was on the shoulders of Kevin Owens, and Kevin Owens kind of like had him in an electric chair and put him into a flapjack, or is it a flapjack? I can't remember. It was just a slam forward.
Sort of wheelbarrow slam.
Yeah, wheelbarrow slam. That was really good. Kevin then missed a cannonball roll to sell his leg, which he injured on the kayfabe injured on the SmackDown beforehand.
Which would have been great if he hadn't yelled out halfway across as he was running halfway across the ring. Now.
To be fair, I mean, with how loud that Philly crowd has been, I can't really blame them for the wrestlers for being really loud for shouting out. But
yeah, I had to call it shout spots.
They were really bloody loud.
Yeah.
As Botchamania likes to put it, everybody talks too damn much.
Was it? AJ escaped. He did a Hurricanrana and a Pele kick to I think Zayn or Kevin Owens. Then Zayn was going to go for the haluva kick, but AJ countered out of that and did a really good moonsault to an inverted DDT. How is he able to do this? He's so smooth. He was so smooth with that maneuver. It was crazy. Eventually, AJ would get KO into the calf crusher, but Sami Zayn would break it up. KO then gets a super kick in. Zayn put in did the Blue Thunder Bomb for a 2 count. Even though he got a win last week with the Blue Thunder Bomb, but
he did.
Doesn't. Yeah. On AJ. Yes.
Botch.
Was it the AJ stopped Sami Zayn doing from hitting a superplex. Then AJ hit the phenomenal forearm onto Sami Zayn, but KO breaks the count. They start AJ and Sami Zayn start hitting like really stiff strikes and whatnot. AJ just goes just shouts "Mother!" and I was like, thank God he stopped himself there.
Or it was muted.
No, it didn't mute. It wasn't muted. He just shouted "Mother" and that was it. It's like he stopped himself. AJ, what was it? KO went for a pop-up powerbomb, but AJ countered with a roll-up and retains his title with the 1-2-3. But this was before Zayn was trying to get to Owens for the tag, but they never actually tagged, but the ref counted it as a tag. So yeah, and apparently the ref thought that Kevin Owens was the legal man, which he wasn't. So controversy to end that match, and of course that would lead to tonight's last night's SmackDown Live, because this was recorded after SmackDown Live, so we already know that. So yeah. Overall, it was a really good match. I actually thought I wasn't too hyped for it because it was gonna be a handicap match, but it actually ended up being quite the match. And of course, AJ, you put him in with anyone, and he will be able to make a bloody good match out of it. So yeah, kudos to AJ Styles yet again. He is WWE right now.
He is today's workhorse. Okay.
I agree. AJ's got that thing that Bret Hart used to have, in that you cannot have, if you have a bad match with AJ Styles, it is like, how have you been able to do that? Because it's AJ Styles. There was to explain what John was saying about the Owen spot with the tag. It was because AJ had sort of was standing between him and Sammy, so his way around that was to go out under and just ignore the ring.
I kind of forgot the context for it, but yeah, it's just I was the amount of time, the amount of spots that were happening, I couldn't write fast enough to
Yeah, it's you doing it live as well, so that's even worse. The great move, which I think you touched on, was when Owens monkey flips AJ, and AJ mid in the air monkey flip head scissors Zayn and Donatello. That was just like, what? How have you done this? There was one thing I didn't like was that Owens was in the calf crusher for ages. I mean, absolutely ages. Sammy obviously eventually saved, but
he wasn't in it as long as Ember Moon was in that armbar
but it just didn't make much sense with the injury and stuff. But Sammy should have been slightly more urgent, I'd say. But yeah, lots of nice little bits. Owens got shoved into the ring post, or shoved himself into the ring post in quite spectacular fashion at one point. And perhaps the best part of the whole match was actually on commentary, where Saxton got legitimately hot with Graves, and I told him like, you listen the hell to me and shut up. And it was like, hell. We had this last time with Saxton telling him to shut up. That Graves said it, and Saxton legitimately was hot. That was not an acting thing. He told him to shut up and let him talk, and let him have an opinion on whatever he wants. So that was an interesting little thing. But
wouldn't happen if we were down to a two-man commentary team. Just saying.
What is interesting though, obviously Graves has obviously got the concussion issues, but you actually have a situation where those two commentary guys are both trained wrestlers.
Yeah.
Which should be interesting. But after that, we go to we have a vid package, and KO and Sammy accost Shane. They accost Shane McMahon and say, "Oh, there was no tag. There was no tag. There was no tag. Did you see that? Did you see that?" At which Shane just goes, "Yep." Gives a big shit-eating grin
and walks off.
Exit stage left.
What did you think of that match
I
pick?
thought it was a good match to watch. I think there was like one or two that it was just generally good. I enjoyed watching it. I wasn't disappointed in it. I thought it was a really good way to open the show.
Oh well.
I watch these things. I don't take notes. I watch and enjoy.
Good.
If I hate it,
Good. That's fine. Well, we'll move on to the next match then. The tag title match for the Smackdown brand. Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable versus the Usos in a 2-out-3 falls match.
now, a lot of people going into this match thought it was going to be an absolute barn burner. They thought it was going to be absolutely amazing. And then one of the first things you notice is that Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable get absolutely nothing. From a Philly crowd, they get nothing.
Yes.
Yeah, there wasn't that much attention brought to this match from the Philly crowd, which is very surprising because what was it? I think American Alpha, when it was Chad Gable and Jason Jordan, I think they were in front of a Philly. I don't know if it was in front of a Philly crowd or whatever before in NXT, and they were cheered a lot.
Here's the thing. I think the biggest thing is that they don't have anything that's poppy as an entrance.
No.
Now, if you compare it to like the Usos, then they've generally got a lot of mic work, or they've got like something that people can sing along to if they know the words. Which I think is actually a decent song. I haven't listened to it fully, but from what I do hear, I enjoy it. And the Usos just coming out just mostly do mic work when on the way to the ring, which is really good.
I don't really like their lockdown malarkey.
I don't like their particular shtick either in that sense, but I do like the way it's delivered, if that makes sense.
But John, don't you like being in the Uso Penitentiary?
No,
because that makes no sense.
Yeah. I don't think I can be an Uso Penitentiary because I'm not built like a brick house.
It's like
that's the next.
You're gonna become a member of the Uso Penitentiary. Is this like some sort of Guantanamo Bay for wrestlers?
I'm honestly surprised the Hell in the Cell match that they had with New Day wasn't just called the Uso Penitentiary match.
They should have called it, and then New Day could have countered with something ridiculous, and I'd have absolutely loved it and called it something.
But for what the match was truly hyped up to, that could be like these guys have had much better matches on house shows than they did at the pay-per-view. It's really disappointing.
Yeah, the lead up on the SmackDown shows was better than the payoff that happened here, and but we'll get into the nitty gritty of this. It started off quite well. Chad Gable almost going for like the deadlift German suplexes that he's good for, but he almost got a super kick. So they're obviously baiting each other and whatnot with their popular moves. What was it?
For argument's sake, and I want an opinion off both of you. Do you think this should have been the moment that the Usos dropped the belts?
I think it might have been had it not been for the DUI and then everyone expecting them to drop the belts.
Yeah, I think that's the case.
I think this was a bait and switch on the basis of, well, people expect this, so we're going to do the other thing.
So yeah, I don't know if they did have it on the card that they wanted. They had it planned to change, but I guess that might have been the case. Who knows? I don't know. But anyway, back to the match. Chad Gable, what was it? You were talking about Anderson's leg being chopped by the Revival. Same spot here. Chad Gable goes for Jimmy's leg.
And that was a sick chop block as well. That
was
nasty.
Aye, and they started working on that through the majority of the match. Was it Jay? Eventually, Jimmy would get the hot tag to Jay, and he explodes right out of the gate. eventually, Chad Gable does his does a tiger suplex.
Tiger suplex.
A tiger suplex in
Called,
WWE.
properly called tiger suplex.
Yeah. So it's like, holy shit. You know, these moves.
Yes,
they're
please.
Yes, I would
More.
love these moves, and I just said nice. Was it Shelton Benjamin powerbombs Jay into Jimmy, which was nice spot, but that was only for 2. Then Chad Gable hits a moonsault on, I think, both Usos. They were both on the floor at one point. But Jay is able to kick. Able to kick out and whatnot. Jay hits a splash after some confusion for a 2 count. But then we go into the Young Bucks special with Super Kick City from the Usos. 4 super kicks in a row. And that would lead to the first fall of this match, which was actually a very long match. It was a long time to get to that first fall in this match. And what would happen immediately would be the second fall to the Usos. It was literally like minutes before or minutes after that first fall, where it's just a simple case of Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable took out Jimmy on the outside with that double team move that they've done before, and then Shelton Benjamin goes to roll up Jay. Oh no! Shelton Benjamin goes into there, and then Jay rolls him up. When they were about to do their double team on Jay. And Jay gets the second fall. It's like,
I think it was straight out of nowhere. This is why I asked if you thought that they were meant to go over, because it was a very, like, normally in these best of 3 falls, like, it's normally 1-1 and then it will go either way. But it was just quick.
Well,
so
this the last time this happened was with I think it was an Intercontinental title match between Dolph Ziggler and someone else, and it went 2 straight falls, and that was it. You know, I can't remember the match exactly, but that wasn't too long ago actually. That was like a couple of years ago, I believe, and even that was, well, I don't think that was more surprising, but this was more surprising this time around, because I would have thought that they would go the distance for, you know, all 3 falls being played out, but nope.
Yeah, it was just odd. Kev, what's your thoughts on that?
Okay, so first of all, the Usos come out sponsored by Ribena, apparently, and that was a bit weird. Okay, Jimmy Uso.
Yes.
When you're on the mic and you say Shelton Benjamin's name, what is up with you?
I think he's trying to bring out his inner Big E.
Quite possibly, because if you haven't noticed, and he even did this on the Smackdown that we've had this week, when talking about Shelton Benjamin, he doesn't say the name Shelton Benjamin, he says Shelton Benjamin with hip thrust.
Yeah.
And it's like, does Naomi need to start worrying about this? This is like it just changes the entire speech pattern as well. It's just like, anyway, there was actually the match started off interestingly in that both teams teased their finishes pretty much from the get-go, and each got out of the way of the others. Commentary came out with the line, "Jimmy Uso uncorks one," which
I never caught that.
Which I know he just did a punch or something. It's like, "Jimmy Uso uncorks one." This just cracked me up. During that period of time where Jimmy was in peril, there was a good move when he got some space, but then Benjamin actually sort of fell down, grapevine the leg, and did the reach tag, which was nice to see. Jay starts clapping to get the crowd going. Whilst at times during this match, it almost felt like they were teasing a double turn, actually. That being said, you're the heels still. We had this last time, Usos. You're the heels. Ooh. You clapping, get the crowd going for the tag. You don't care about the crowd, remember? Anyway, so they kind of forgot that they were the heels, but actually Benjamin had some slightly heely tendencies. Interesting. I was going along the match feeling odd. After the power bomb of one Uso into the other Uso, which again looked quite good indeed. The 2 count is after Benjamin hits pay dirt, his finisher. And the match to me would have been a lot better with the finish that we got if he'd have got the first fall there. Yeah. Because then it was like a case of, then the end would be like the Usos being a bit more desperate and to get it over and done with as quickly as possible, and it would have made a bit more sense then. Yeah. Gable's moonsault to the outside and the Usos. If you get a chance, watch it back. The amount, how far back his legs go when he jumps off. I mean, his heels are pretty much touching his calves. It's a bit like Evan Bourne when he did the airborne, and in terms of his positioning, it's incredible actually, and he flicks back out very quickly indeed. We had said that the Gable kicking out of the super kicks and the Uso splash. Even the commentary got confused on whether or not it was Jimmy or Jay in the ring at one point. That was quite amusing, and they sort of put their hands up and went, "Oh God, we don't know." They pretty much went, "Who can tell?" Yeah, which is quite funny. The first fall, Gable's head basically got smushed. Oh yeah, between the 2 super kicks. The powerbomb combo that they're using has got a name now. It's like Game Time or something. It was properly named the other day, but it's not been used that much. Jimmy's neck had quite a bit of whiplash on it when he hit the floor. Nice. He didn't land as good as he would have nice. And yeah, it was all came to a bit of a sort of sudden halt. Yeah. With everyone sort of complaining, and it all felt a bit weird. So I guess Gable and Benjamin go to the back of the queue. Yay. Yeah. Got nothing to say on that, yeah. That's the end. That's the end of that. It was a thing that happened.
It was a thing within a shit finish.
Mm-hmm. And now the Usos go on to the Bludgeon Brothers because the Usos deserve that apparently. Yeah.
It was a matter of time, really. I mean,
well, they've got 6 weeks.
They're not over, but they've done stuff.
Yeah, they've been squashing jobbers left and right.
Harper is over. Harper is over. The Bludgeon Brothers are not.
Anyway, shall we get to the first Rumble match then, boys? Or yes. Pete, do you have your final thoughts on the tag match there? All right, Rumble match it is then. Yeah. Let's go through it, shall we?
My first note is men's Rumble. Wow, this feels early as fuck.
Definitely so.
It felt so weird.
Because what was that? An hour into the main show, and we're having the Rumble match. Yeah.
To be fair, the minute I saw this was like, well, that means the women's Rumble's last.
Yeah, that was quite evident.
Oddly, that didn't twig for me first, but after a while, it was like, oh, that's good.
It's not.
But you get your source of topping. That is.
But sorry. I forgot we were watching WWE, so you know.
That's bad. That's bad. Right. Anyway, 30-man Royal Rumble. I'm just gonna go through the entrance and then and any kind of like spots in between And if I miss any, obviously Kev will probably point them out. Number 1, Rusev with Aiden English bringing him in. Rusev is over as all hell. Philly was in love with him. Number 2, Finn Balor, my boy. Finn Balor.
Before everything sort of took off, even when Balor was in the ring, everyone was still chanting Rusev Day.
Yeah, of course.
And Rusev started flexing his pecs in time to the Rusev Day chant.
Oh, he would.
Because he would.
He's been doing that on SmackDown a lot.
Have you noticed that he's got a Rusev Day calendar on WWEshop.com right now?
Has he? That's wonderful.
Yes.
Everyone give him your money.
Yeah, it's a 2018 calendar with every day with the, Rusev Day. Every day is Rusev Day. Although the pictures that they use for the calendar are not the greatest, especially April, because April doesn't have his him riding on a tank at WrestleMania.
Oh, I was almost hoping there'd be like proper, like slightly glamour photos of Rusev. There's a very manly way.
Yeah. Doing
very manly things.
Yeah, throw up a couple of images there, Kev, if you can find it. No.
Just imagine the Be a Man video.
The only thing I want.
A Man video, Robert? Yeah.
The only thing I want right now is for them to be a 5-man tag team, and to go, Rusev Day, Rusev Day. That's all I want. That's all I want at WrestleMania, and I want the entire crowd to cheer that.
Will you get it though? I don't know. Anyway,
can you imagine Aiden English holding that Rusev Day note in an open-air WrestleMania stadium?
Oh,
he did hold that note for a long time.
Oh, he held it quite well at the Rumble, like so.
Someone's been practicing.
Anyway, match starts. Number 3, Rhino, EC dub chants begin. Flip the switch. Number 4, Baron Corbin, who gets immediately eliminated by Rhino. He eliminates Rhino. Sorry, he eliminates Rhino first, and then Finn Balor eliminates him immediately, and then he flips his shit. Takes out everyone. Balor and Rusev on the outside.
It's almost like Baron Corbin's still not in anybody's good books.
Nope.
Good Baron Corbin. Rhino goes for the gore and gets deep sixed, and that looked quite good. Bad Baron Corbin does the stupid ass choke slam to the knee on the outside to Balor. It doesn't matter where you do that. It's still on your knee. It could be in a freaking shopping centre for all that it matters. You could do it on the moon. It's still going to be on your knee. It doesn't matter.
No, it looked rather impressive on the moon, I'll be honest, because you just let go.
The lone wolf is on the moon.
Moving on. Number 5, Heath Slater, who gets immediately wiped out by Baron Corbin as he's coming back up the ramp. And that'll be
of the Rumble. Then.
Yes, it is the story of the Rumble. We will get to it. But then, when everyone is down, who comes out? Number 6, Elias. Fuck. That's my one word.
You're not an Elias fan, are you?
I am not an Elias fan. I am not an Elias fan.
Kev, do you walk with Elias?
Happy with Elias coming.
You walk with Elias?
I tell you what.
I walk away from Elias.
Philly walked with Elias when he said, "Who wants to walk with Elias?" There was a big ass pop.
Apparently there was, because apparently they want him to be up John Cena. Apparently.
I walk with Elias.
Elias then sang about spitting in the face of the Rocky statue and said that the clock would not interrupt him whilst he sang. The clock then proceeded to interrupt him.
Of course it would.
Everything interrupts Elias.
Of course, before he did that, he obviously took a swift kick to an already down Heath Slater. But yes, when the countdown interrupted him, who came at number 7? The NXT champion, Andrade Cien Almas. what the hell? It's like, now, granted, the night before he had a really good match against Johnny Gargano. By the way, go check that out on NXT Takeover. But really, the NXT champion? Now they did do this once before with I believe it was Bo Dallas who was NXT champion at one time, and he entered the Rumble.
Didn't he win a competition to get into the Rumble on NXT?
I can't remember.
Here's the thing. In my eyes, the NXT pop-ups that are appearing through the Rumble are on the point of old legend returns that are coming back. They're nice. They break it up a little bit, and some get to show off this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The more the candidates that they're more happy in will get a chance to show off this stuff and build cred with the non-NXT showing crowd. And I think it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing that they do that. It also kind of unifies the three brands as well.
Aye.
It gets over the whole thing that anything can happen, but also from the developmental side for the likes of Trips and the coaches, it gives them a chance to see just how well the wrestler handles the big situation. It's something that doesn't matter so much in the grand scheme of things because we know they're not going to win, but it gives a chance to see how they work well with others, how they get into a very busy match situation, and just sees what the crowd reaction is to them as well, in terms of their characterization and what have you. Are you going to get an AJ Styles pop, or are you going to get an Apollo Crews pop? We just don't know. So I agree, and the NXT champion appearing is, I think that's it kind of should be a given almost that
he's not going to win. Yeah,
this is the guy that represents.
No, but that he's going to make an appearance.
Yeah. Anyway, of course, as he makes his way down, Heath Slater gets kicked. Number 8, Bray Wyatt attacks Heath Slater as he's going down.
He was nearly at the ring.
He was almost there. He was almost there, but no, he's like, nope. Throw him into the barricade. Finn Balor's back in the match. Big E at number 9. He feels sorry for Heath Slater, so he picks him up. And he's like, what does he do? He gets pancakes out of his bloomin' singlet and shoves it down his throat. What a gentleman.
I like the New Day, but can they fuck off with this pancake gimmick? It's pissing me off.
Oh, we'll get to what happens later.
Pancakes are the new cereal.
Yeah, that's their new
mark. The cereal was brilliant. They're not marketing pancakes. They're not marketing it as anything. Like, the cereal was fine. The fucking ice cream.
Give them a couple of months.
Fine.
Give them a couple of months. They'll have their New Day pancakes branding.
Pancake.
Where are my ice cream bars? Oh wait,
exactly.
As you say that while we're wearing that T-shirt.
I just hate the pancake gimmick. I could do with the cereal, I could do with the ice cream, because the fucking stuff there, even though they went mental with the ice cream one, and for some reason we're trying to make it look like it was a drug-filled thing for Big E, but I don't get the pancake thing. They're on a food kick and they're trying to do something funny with pancakes. I don't think it's working.
I like the fact that, it gives them an excuse to take something that is essentially harmless in the American style pancakes. And it just allows them to throw them at people. It's great. It's going to pelt the commentary team, pelt the audience, pelt other wrestlers. But at the same time, pancakes out of the singlet. Ew. Big E singlet as well.
Big E sweat.
That's not the syrup I requested.
Grim.
Anyway, moving on. Number 10. It's Ty Dillinger getting beaten up by Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Yes.
They couldn't pull off the same thing twice, could they? So.
No, of course. So.
Although Graves' call was great, just again.
Of course. What are the chances? But no. After the beat up, Zayn obviously said, "You know what? I'm going in the Rumble," and he goes into the Rumble. So he's number 10. He's got this, Kevin.
Number 10 Mark II, Sami Zayn.
Number 11, Sheamus comes in, and he obviously feels sorry for Heath Slater. He puts him into the match, and then immediately gets eliminated by Heath Slater. Hooray!
On Sheamus's birthday, he basically tied the Warlord, and
Santo Morella.
But
no, he wasn't quick enough. He wasn't quick enough because he went off the ropes as opposed to just going straight away. Heath. So there was a slight delay, but yeah, Heath, perhaps the biggest pop of the night. Philly was going nuts.
Yeah.
And it was great because because you sort of thought for one terrible minute he was going to get the Scotty Too Hotty treatment all the way through the night when it comes to the Rumble, but he had
time.
Yeah, but he had his moment.
Yeah,
glorious moment.
A glorious story that was told through those 10 entry or six entries.
He then gets Sister Abigail and gets eliminated.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Heath.
Everyone was so sad.
Heathy baby.
Number 12, Xavier Woods. That's 2 New Day members in there, and they start double teaming in the match. Number 13, Apollo Crews.
Wait.
Apollo Crews.
Wait. Very important. There goes the tumbleweed.
What would have been really more impressive if we had done that is where Kev's going like this, John had suddenly gone like this, and then as John got to the
we can try it. We can try it.
Right.
No, John, other side.
Oh, other side.
Yeah, there you go.
Go. It's different. It's different order for me. No, it's all right.
Damn it. Whatever.
On my side, it's me.
It's that side.
Pete, you. And it's like, I
damn it. Nah.
Everything.
Anyway, never mind.
I blame Kevin Dunn.
Yeah. Bucktooth freak.
Fault.
Anyway, on to the next number 14.
John Finlay.
Yes. Yes, I made my entry. That's why I have the scar. Yes, Shinsuke Nakamura, number 14. Sami Zayn is eliminated by Shinsuke Nakamura as he came in. So, bye Zayn. That was way to go to make it up for Kevin Owens there, Zayn.
Yeah. The crowd also keep Nakamura's music going.
Oh yeah, they kept going for a good half a minute afterwards.
A good half minute, yeah.
Yeah. Number 15, Cesaro. Number 16, Kofi Kingston, who goes right into an uppercut by Cesaro.
Yeah, Cesaro nearly beheads Kofi Kingston.
Yeah.
It is unbelievably hard to watch, actually.
Yeah, he could do a right good European uppercut, Cesaro. He's really stiff with those things, and by God, did he show it right there when he laid it onto Kofi. Cesaro then eliminates Apollo Crews. Number 17, Jinder Mahal.
He's King's pick.
He's King's. He's my pick. He's my pick, guys. Yeah, sure, King. Xavier, now, and this is what happens after he comes in. He starts eliminating the New Day. He eliminates Xavier Woods first, then he eliminates Big E, and then before he eliminates anyone else, Cesaro comes in. Not Cesaro. Seth Rollins is in at number 18. So with his nice flaming tights.
Why is he wearing the pants equivalent of a 2000s, sort of an early 2000s college student's shirt?
Because he has to burn it down.
Yeah.
He needs to burn those pants down, that's for sure.
Everybody knows somebody who owned that shirt.
Here's the thing. They came up with a whole brand new theme song for Seth. They went through this whole thing of, I'm going to be the poster boy for the new WWE game. They went through changing all of the side stuff to actually work with it. They took one line from the brand new song, and then they shit canned the entire advertising market and left them with this shitty semi gimmick thing, and it's fucking wank. Fucking change it all. Just
change it all.
That's gonna be the tagline for this one, folks. Seth Rollins is
fucking wank.
Well, it's better than being a wank pheasant, that's for sure.
He's
Anyway,
the Kingslayer and he's fucking wank.
Anyway, Seth Rollins actually eliminates Cesaro, funnily enough,
but he goes super high over that rope.
Yeah.
He does like a pole vault maneuver for himself over it.
Yeah.
Ridiculous height.
Yeah. Now we go back to Jinder Mahal with Kofi Kingston being the last member of New Day, and he gets thrown over the top rope, but then Kofi Kingston in his spot of the Rumble this year, he has one foot on the floor, but the other foot is on Xavier Woods, who's laying on the outside.
Yeah, Xavier catches his foot and holds it to him, him, and it was like, no, you're not out. And
the memes that came out from that was absolutely ridiculous. Like,
I haven't seen any of them, I'll be honest, but
there's one in particular that's basically Xavier's foot is life and the floor is all the bad negativity and stuff like that, and Xavier Woods is like, the positive reinforcement or whatever. I don't know.
I'm all for keeping this meme of Kofi Kingston having some way to get back into the ring and isn't eliminated straight away, but fucking come up with something creative.
Yeah. Well, here's the next creative thing that they did. Basically, Kofi Kingston then has his foot on a plate of pancakes.
Pancakes are a safe space, everybody.
Yeah. Even though they're on the floor, just like Xavier Woods was, as long as he's not touching, as long as that one foot that is on those cakes, on those pancakes, are not on the floor, he's fine. He's still in the match.
One of Kofi Kingston's feet touch the pancakes.
But eventually it would lead to a spot where New Day would launch Kofi Kingston back into the ring, over Jinder Mahal.
Yeah.
And he's tall.
That was a good spot.
Yeah.
The rest of it going into it, fucking wank.
There we go. There's Pete's catchphrase for.
But Mahal's a tall bastard as well.
Well, he was leaning. He was leaning on the second rope, though.
So he's a tall bastard, and he
was
over the top of him.
Huge.
Yeah.
Just do it. I don't care. We know it's going to happen. Everyone knows it's going to happen. Just be creative. That's all I ask.
Well, I think they've now exhausted everything with Kofi Kingston. I think that
He might win it next year.
Who knows?
No, to be fair, that does fit in with my thing that they should push a member of the New Day for the heavyweight belt.
And it's always been the plan for the New Day, at least as far as Xavier Woods is concerned, that it is Kofi.
Yeah.
Well, Xavier does want Kofi to go for it. Kofi or Biggie, I think they could have a belt each, to be perfectly honest. Biggie or Kofi could go for heavyweight, the other one goes for the US. I don't give a shit. Just put some single belts on those guys.
Yeah. Anyway, back into the match. Kofi eliminates Jinder Mahal, but then gets immediately eliminated by Cien Almas. Number 19.
Throws him out the side the New Day aren't. Realise it goes for it. Realise there, just sort of goes, and then turn up, chucks go.
Now, see, what would be funny is for them to do some sort of skill where they go to
like running around the ring.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's like a proper Three Stooges kind of like moment. Just doing some. Number 19, Woken Hardy. Delete chants echo through the center, and then he goes after Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, no, match should have taken a little bit more time getting to the ring and keeping the crowd going.
Yeah, but Bray Wyatt and Woken Hardy eliminate Rusev Oh, the chorus of boos that came from Philly when that happened.
Rusev is the new Daniel Bryan.
Now he is now, yeah.
The whole thing with them teaming up with each other was kind of.
It was out of left field.
Interesting, actually.
Yeah.
It was interesting.
Yeah.
Because there was this really odd look on both their faces as they were doing it.
Yeah. Keep your friends close. It's the whole method of keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
It was almost a look of like intrigue from both of them.
Do you think I haven't watched Raw or SmackDown this week, so I don't know what's going on the shows, but are they going to be in the chamber? Are we just going to see a match at Mania at this point?
I think it's leading to a match at between them again at Chamber, but not in the Chamber, and then
Hardy compound. We're gonna get final deletion.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Especially now they've hired Jeremy Borash.
Oh yes.
Who?
Jeremy Borash. He was TNA's big guy of media, play-by-play, commentary, interviews,
he's there,
production.
JR.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's extremely creative, and he was involved in the creation of the
Broken Hardy
universe.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, but yes, of course, it would eventually lead to them eliminating each other from the match. Number 20. It's John Cena.
Second best bit of the Rumble, this.
Yes, he comes in, everyone stops, and it's like, it's John Cena. What was that tag? What was that thing that AJ Styles used to do back? Oh yeah, beat up John Cena, and they all beat him up.
They were all waiting for him when he did the slide in.
Yeah.
In a perfect circle around it, and he just the look on his face of, oh shit. Heels and faces, we all hate John Cena.
But eventually, Cena would get out of that predicament and eliminate Elias. Number 21, stand back. There's a hurricane coming through. Dun, dun, dun. Hurricane Helms.
Well hyped for this as a big Hurricane Helms fan back in the day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not so happy with what happened next.
Yes.
No.
The immediate.
If he had, I would much rather have him have got the chokeslam off and then got thrown off.
Beautiful payoff that he would finally get the chokeslam off in the Royal Rumble.
Did you see that Helms put himself on his own list of who he'd pop for at the Rumble?
Yeah.
And he was like top of it. It's like people I'd pop for at the Rumble. The Hurricane.
Of course.
But it was quality.
Spoilers. Yeah, he told.
Now that is someone I would have preferred to have as GM of 205 Live.
That would make a bit more sense, but I rather suspect he'll be in an occasional wrestling and backstage role. Also, again, he'll probably end up being teamed with Matt in some way since he was involved in the
final deletion stuff.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
All I put is so Hurricane ! What the fuck? What will the man with 3 H's say? Goes to chokeslam Cena. Cena eliminates Hurricane. Oh, you bastard, John.
Yeah.
Although, as Helms was leaving, it was just that, and the crowd pops every time he does it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Number 22, Aiden English.
Or as I put it,
It's Rusev Day!
Or as I put it, I don't care, fuck Cena.
Well,
the crowd were silent.
No, they weren't. They
were silent. I heard them.
Rusev Day.
Did they now? Because I didn't hear it.
Lightly, and then it picked up when he was in the ring, but his initial coming out was pretty much to silence, which is unfortunate considering the massive pop he had when he came out to introduce
Rusev.
It didn't make most sense. But
number 23.
Wait, let me just fuck the system.
This was a good thing. I like this.
Yep.
Adam Cole, baby.
And other Cole talked over it. Fuck you, Cole. He talked over the Adam Cole baby. We didn't get to hear it properly.
No, instead what we got was Michael Cole, baby.
Beat a dick, baby.
That's later, baby. Oh, jeez.
Anyway, while Adam Cole was getting in, or just after, Finn Balor eliminated Aiden English. So bye, Aiden. Number 24, Randy Orton.
He hears voices in his head. He's finally got out of bed. He's here again.
To bore us silly.
Yeah.
He's here again. Please do not make this bastard win.
He was here for one reason only, and that was a spot later on.
Yeah.
Well, his spot that came to eliminate Cien Almas was followed shortly before a very poor RKO. That RKO was not that good. It wasn't as good as the one he hit on Shinsuke.
Twist, Randy Orton isn't that good.
But yeah. Number 25, Titus O'Neil of Titus Worldwide. Number 26, The Miz.
Number 26.
Yeah, I didn't see anything else. Yeah, The Miz. John Cena then sells a DDT by Miz. What the fuck? John Cena sold a DDT? Holy shit.
Actually, Cena does take the Miz DDT very well.
Good.
I'll say that. He also
do that more.
In the Mania match.
Number 27.
We want the heavyweight belt on the Miz. I think he can be really fucking good with it.
Hell.
I just want, give it a fucking Reigns at Mania. Let Reigns beat Lesnar. Fine, end that fucking story finally after 4 fucking years.
You remember when the top guy in the company was a guy you'd send around to all the media outlets as well?
Yeah.
And they do lots of chats and lots of media and stuff.
Fucking, I honestly don't give a shit if Reigns beats Lesnar at WrestleMania at this point. I don't care. I've had enough of the building of this story for 4 years now. Fucking do it. Get it out of the way. I don't have to listen to it anymore on the fucking rumor mill. But then just give the belt on the fucking Miz. Let Miz fucking take it off Reigns. Fucking, that would be glorious. And then you can let everybody gun for Miz and be slimy fucking.
If you have,
it'll be Reigns as the John Cena, and those two can butt heads as much as they like. Because Miz put on a fucking brilliant match. He's so much better on the mic now. Give Miz the fucking belt, please. Please.
Can you imagine what Miz would be able to do with that?
Yeah.
He beats Reigns to take the Intercontinental title off Reigns. He beats Reigns to take the Universal title off of Reigns. He gets to say he's beaten the big dog twice, that it's his yard. He's the man who beat the guy
who beat Brock Lesnar,
who beat the victor of the people who beat the Undertaker. He gets to say he's better than the Undertaker. He gets to go the whole freaking gamut of smug bastard, and just gets to let loose with all this crap, and it would be wonderful.
The Miz is just glorious. He has been he's been on this fucking tear for the last 2-3 years now. I understand that Raw's mid-card is fucking all over the shot at the moment, and they're trying to build too many big guys. Braun Strowman absolutely deserves the belt as well. He's coming fucking far and away in the last year. Absolutely. But I think The Miz could do much better with that belt on a long run. He'll be slimy, he'll be on the mic, he'll be on Raw showing the belt, and I think we could have a title picture with the likes of Braun, Roman, put Seth back in the picture, get them all fighting. We could have a main event title picture, the likes of which we haven't seen since the late 2000s. All
right. Well, if we don't see anything by SummerSlam this year, start worrying.
I'm actually hoping they sort of hold off a little bit, because I want Miz to start getting very cocky about how he's closing in on all the Intercontinental records now, in terms of the time that he's held the belt, because he's like number 3 in the all-time list or something stupid like that now, because he's held it for so long, and he's on reign 8.
Yeah,
9.
reign
So
8.
He's on reign 9.
No, it's 8 because Jericho's on 9.
Jericho is 9, and that's what I want them to do. I want them to just do a thing, and that's when Jericho comes back, because then you get a thing of Jericho going for the 10th, and you've still got Miz trying to prove that he's best intercontinental champion of the modern era, and Jericho taking offense to that. That's the way they can go. And those two are good friends. They work well with each other. They know each other's work. So that would be some pretty special stuff. Anyway,
back on topic. Number 27. Booyaka Booyaka! A returning Rey Mysterio! Sorry.
Booyaka Booyaka! 205 live! Booyaka Booyaka!
not bloody likely.
Not of his caliber.
Speaking of caliber, though, bloody hell, did Ray look good?
Oh, definitely. He has been working since he left the company a few years ago. Especially in the last year, he's been doing.
He's been working everywhere, that guy, but doesn't he look in fantastic shape?
Yeah.
You guys were right, by the way. The Miz is on his 8th title reign.
Yeah.
But I just want to interject that I'm looking at Wikipedia for the Miz and his title reigns, and it's like he has like about 3 paragraphs for everything, and then it goes into intercontinental title reigns, 2012 to present, and it's like over a fucking monitor full worth of content, and I'm like,
smash face. Anyway, Rey Mysterio eliminates Adam Cole, baby. Sadly. Number 28. The Big Dog.
The big dog.
Roman Reigns. He punches everyone. Punch, 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 punch. You get a punch. You get a punch. You get a punch. Everybody gets a punch.
He sees Miz and beats him up for a bit.
Yeah. Roman Reigns eliminates Titus O'Neil. Then Seth Rollins goes for curb stomp on Miz, and then Miz gets eliminated by both Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins.
Cole calls it a stomp, and Graves corrects him and says it's the blackout.
Blackout.
it's
Okay.
almost like Michael Cole is shit at his job. Almost like Michael Cole fucking wank.
Welcome, everybody, to the accusing parlor. Whilst Detective Titans Creed here.
With prosecutor Eva.
I have looked at all the evidence presented before me, and it turns out
He's fucking wank.
Anyway.
the new Ace Attorney game's going to be interesting.
Oh yeah, it would be. Then after Miz gets eliminated, Roman Reigns eliminates Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is like, okay, bye.
Yeah.
It's like, get pissed! You got eliminated by Roman Reigns, you twat. Number 29. It's Adam Pacitti.
Yes,
no, it's
it
gold.
is.
It's gold dust.
Somebody else who is looking trim as anything. What the hell? Is it 1992? Dustin Rhodes there, just in the makeup.
He's doing well
Bloody
for himself.
hell?
It's definitely that helping him.
He looks so good.
What can I say? DDP Yoga does
He's like,
wonderful
he's
things.
Like 12. It was like his 12th Rumble.
Yeah, I think
now.
so. Something around that.
He's only behind Undertaker in trips and
Kane. Yes.
It took me a
Trips
minute
are
to
on
work out.
13 and Kane's on 14. I think.
It took me a while to figure out what you were doing there, John, before I realised you were being a shill.
Yeah.
And on that, DDP Yoga, if you want to sponsor this podcast, which gets no viewers, we will gladly take your money. Or rather, Kev will take your money because it's on his channel. So
you just give John complimentary.
Yeah.
Or give us
More
money.
complimentary I could do with it. So
Thanks.
But anyway, we get to the final of the match.
they had.
Number 30. Who is it gonna be? Is it gonna be a returning new superstar? Is it gonna be someone who's come from the injury bench? I'm here to show the world I'm here. Oh, for fuck's sake!
No. This was an out of left field appearance. No, I was
No,
not.
it was just It was predictable, obviously.
It wasn't predictable. Nobody knew it was happening. My only problem was that it led to nothing.
Yeah.
No.
That was the only problem. Like, to have Dolph do it, you needed to have made Dolph do something.
It was nice of him to advertise Baco foil though. That was very nice of him.
Yeah. I mean, the big problem is that the reason Dolph wasn't in as long as he probably should have been at number 30 pick is because they wanted to do this new guard versus the old guard fucking showdown.
Yeah, which we'll get to. So Zigglepuff, he botched out of a attitude adjustment from John Cena. He landed it on his backside and got back up. And it's like, he then eliminates Goldust, and then he gets eliminated by Finn Balor. Bye, dolls. Thanks for being useful.
That storyline's going. If that entire thing doesn't convince Ziggler that okay, screw this.
Yeah. It's like I'm leaving after my contract is ended. So yeah, as you said, Pete, it then comes to the spot where it's the old guard versus the new guard. We have Roman Reigns, Finn Balor, and who was the last one? It was like Shinsuke Nakamura, with John Cena, Randy Orton, and Rey Mysterio on the other side.
The only reason Randy Orton was in this fucking Royal Rumble is
to have that old guard spot. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? Eventually, comes down to the final four being Shinsuke Nakamura, Finn Balor, John Cena, and Roman Reigns after Rey Mysterio and Randy Orton got eliminated. It goes to a point where it's John Cena and Roman Reigns facing off at each other. Chance just starts chanting, "You both suck! You both suck!" And they do.
Wasn't there a big thing where Cena was shouting and everybody thought he was saying no, but he's really shouting for Shinsuke he was shouting at Shinsuke and Finn to do something.
Now,
now, do it now. We then get a spot with, or a face down with Shinsuke Nakamura and Finn Balor, which everyone cheers for. Obvious. John Cena eliminates Finn Balor to a chorus of boos.
57 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah, at the minute they did that time, I was just like, they're not letting him take Ray's timer, are they?
No. Well, not now, anyway. It's like, maybe down the line, if he's still around. But before that, Finn Balor did a stomp to bloody Shinsuke Nakamura's head. Oh my god, yes. I thought he killed him.
That stomp made me literally cringe in my chair.
Oh,
it was
I feared.
To watch.
Oof.
Definitely rattled the brain a little bit, I think.
John Cena and Roman Reigns double team Shinsuke Nakamura for a bit. Shinsuke Nakamura eliminates John Cena with a Kinshasa knee into when he's on the outside. And then it's Shinsuke Nakamura versus Roman Reigns, which essentially was obviously the whole polarizing thing. It's like everybody wants Shinsuke Nakamura they want him to win. They don't want Roman Reigns to win again.
I think because everybody knew Reigns was going to be at the Rumble is the entire reason why Reigns was the last one in there.
Yeah.
So that they knew that Shinsuke winning was going to be the big thing. But I can't say...
But they could have...
I can't say that I wasn't on the edge of my seat watching those final two go, like the final four go down. And
I was giddy. I was really giddy for the whole thing. It's like, no, you don't need to... I was fully into the mark and whatnot.
I was really into the proper hashtag anyone but you, Roman. That's what I was proper into that. And that will be a meme I will keep using because, to be frankly, it's the best thing that came out of the Wyatt Reigns feud is that fucking...
Anyone but you. Yeah. But no, eventually it would lead to Shinsuke Nakamura hitting the Kinshasa on Roman Reigns, throwing him out of the ring. And Shinsuke Nakamura is your Royal Rumble 2017 winner.
AJ Styles.
Yeah, who is he going to face at WrestleMania, because you get, apparently it was announced during the pre-show that you would get the choice of which champion you would do.
They've obviously changed it, even though they were only gonna fight the fucking champions of the show they're on. I think the only reason that they specifically did that was for what was going to happen at the end of the show, which we'll get to when we get there. Thoughts on the Rumble in general?
I thought it was a great. I thought the men's Rumble this year was a good Rumble, a very good Rumble. The right man won, definitely. There was great story. For Heath Slater, he was funny as hell. And a good few returns as well. Good few kind of like teases for future debuts down the line with Adam Cole and whatnot. So yeah, I saw it as a really good Rumble.
Kev?
No, you first.
No. You had something to say. You had something to say before I rudely interrupted you.
I'm going to be very controversial, so you go first.
I don't mind Shinsuke winning. Shinsuke versus AJ is going to be a very good match. However, I would have appreciated other people to have a spotlight who have been with the company longer. I'm not saying Bray Wyatt needs to be in another WrestleMania caliber match, but I think Bray deserves a longer reign with the title. So seeing him actually win the Rumble would have put a lot of thing on it. But they really need to build Bray up bigger than what he is already. They need to put spotlight on quite a few younger talent and get them into that position, really, to see if... I think they really need to use the Rumble as a way to get younger talent in the spotlight, because stuff like the King of the Ring isn't working, and they should use it to pull the trigger on people that they think could be worth it, like they're doing with Shinsuke. Because Shinsuke is over very well. Shinsuke has done what AJ's done, and he's come in with a caliber external credit and everything else, and they're going to push Shinsuke very hard, just like AJ's managed to do. And I think AJ has a bit of a bearing on how far Shinsuke's moving through the company right now. But I think they need to use the Rumble as a way to push younger talent.
Oh well, next year, Pete Dunne, winner of 2018.
What would you say to King of the Ring becoming an NXT pay-per-view?
I think, here's the thing. If NXT did it as a pay-per-view, I think NXT could do it because of the values that they're doing and because Vince has no say in how it's run and organized and how the winner will go on past that. I think it would work quite well as an NXT pay-per-view because of how they'll be able to push their talent. However, in saying that, as I've mentioned before, I am not someone who has the free time or the luxury to go and watch NXT content on top of everything I'm watching. Hell, I haven't had time to watch Raw and SmackDown the last 3 weeks. But knowing what NXT can do in terms of their production values and how they'll treat their talent going forward, I think King of the Ring could be better for them. It won't do well on the main talent roster until there are a lot of changes. Because every time they've done the King of the Ring, it's always led into... Like, way back when, in the 2000s, like, if King of the Ring had with it a Money in the Bank... Not so much a contract in a briefcase, but a guaranteed title shot at the next pay-per-view. I think that would be worth it a lot more, and the King of the Ring would have a lot more stake on it.
Yeah.
And we'd see less of these really fucking wank King gimmicks come out the fucking yin-yang. And I hate it. It's because it's dull and it's boring. If there's actually something that had King of the Ring on the line, and I'm not talking... have matches beforehand that lead in. I'm talking like proper, like they did in 2002, where the matches are held on the card, like lead into it, because it shows exhaustion and it shows what they can do. And it was absolutely amazing where they actually have the brackets on the card. But they need, like, in order for it to be a main talent pay-per-view, it needs to have a real reward on it, rather than, oh, here you go, here's a scepter and a cape, and you can call yourself the King of the Ring 2000 whatever.
Yeah, it's good. The King of the Ring's great when people do something a little bit different with it. For all the terrible things that Sheamus got lumbered with when he was king, I quite like the Irish King looking gimmick that he had. But there we go. Okay.
All right.
What were your thoughts on the Rumble,
Play
Kev?
devil's advocate, Kevin. What is wrong with this Rumble?
It's a good Rumble.
But
let's be honest, it didn't exactly have much to go up against. In
the last couple of years, yeah.
If you lined it up against the last couple of years where we had, yes,
Oh.
Roman, you're fighting to keep your title, or
Last-
yes, Roman, you can win a Royal Rumble, or here we go, we will destroy
Or
your
yes,
dream.
Dave Batista, come back to.
Let's go back 4 years and just respond to it with yes, Roman. Yes, Roman. Yes, Roman. How many times has Roman's been the last two, incidentally, during that period? Even when he's not won it.
Well, he wasn't the last two in the one we had to defend the title. He was last three because the last two were Triple H and
Dean Ambrose.
That's true.
Dean Ambrose.
But so.
Aha!
But still, in the last four.
Last few.
Yeah. Yes. And
I do get your point, but as I said, I think they're very, very aware of where the social network, and this has been never more aware than since WrestleMania last year, where John Cena clearly came out and went, "I'm not fighting the Undertaker. I know the social wants me to do it. When that's the reason it's not happening." And I'm very aware that the dirt sheets are specifically saying Roman's going to be at Mania, so let's make him think that Roman's going to win the Rumble by having him be the last two in there. And I think that's why he was the last two in there.
I think they'd be slightly worried if Reigns won in Philly.
Oh, no,
That
absolutely.
would have been a nasty atmosphere.
Oh, it would have been. I seriously think they would have rioted because remember
I'm
the last
actually
time.
surprised. I actually did make a tweet at some point saying I'm surprised I did not see an "If Reigns wins, we riot" poster.
They don't need the poster because they'll just do it.
They'd already set fire to it. That's why you didn't see it. No, okay. So the Rumble, it was a good Rumble. I agree. We had some really nice instances of people coming back. There were good surprises. Nice little tiny stories here and there. We got Rusev and Rusev Day getting the star thing. We got I suspect the Jinder Mahal thing actually with New Day might well pay off into something else and spin off into something else. We got sort of a continuation of Wyatt Hardy and it was, like I say, it was intriguing. It was intriguing the way they did it and the looks and stuff. The right person won the Rumble, I think. The way that it happened, I am less happy with. Ziggler shouldn't have been 30. If he was going to be in, he should have been at some other number, not 30.
I think Ziggler should have been in one.
I think because it came out to nothing.
Ziggler should have been 1 or 3. I can understand why Rusev was in because they wanted the pop. But if Ziggler was in, like either the second person to start with Rusev, or if he was the third person in, it would have been more impactful because he would have been in there longer.
It would have worked better with Ziggler's character if Ziggler had ended up being the Iron Man.
Yeah.
Of the Rumble, and then you've got something that he can take forward into the storyline. That you know, I am the best. I was the one who lasted the longest in the Rumble. So he's got that. But you throw him that bone. Give the 30 spot someone like who wasn't in it? Zack Ryder wasn't in the Rumble, which I thought was a bit odd. If he'd have come out 30, then it'd have been all crazy, and you could have had a sort of a Santino situation. It's like, oh my god, is the guy going to win? And you know, Ryder's the sort of guy who's actually done the surprise before, so it's like there's a chance that he might have done. At least the crowd would have been a bit more excited for that. But right, apart from that last 5 minutes, what did Shinsuke Nakamura do in the Rumble?
No, he went to sleep. Didn't you see him? He set up a fucking what's it called? One of those he set up a hammock in the corner of the ring. And he was just like,
Silly. Oh, see, silly Shinsuke, you don't need to do that. Shawn Michaels has already shown that you don't need to do that. You just go and lay out to the top corner. But in seriousness, I mean, it was good that we got somebody from the teens winning as well. That's kind of important going forward, I think, with the Rumble. But because they made a point when 13 came out and Cruz was like barely anybody had ever won from the teens. But honestly, until those last 2 eliminations, Shinsuke didn't get any eliminations. He wasn't shown to be a very credible threat to anyone else while he was in there.
I think the idea is, as was shown by the John Cena thing that people deciphered, is that in a crowd that loud, Shinsuke can speak some level of English, but he's not a native speaker. So
but
yeah, he's not a native speaker, and he got the thing where he got to eliminate the 2 WWE choices, but during that entire Rumble, apart from the last 5 minutes when we had everything go down with the old guard and new guard, compared to everybody else that was in that situation, the final 6, didn't do anything. Nothing was done in that time.
But then
to make us go, oh wow, Shinsuke Nakamura. It was very much a case of, oh, there's the final 6 and Shinsuke Nakamura's in it. Oh, that's good.
Okay, I take that point, but then I throw back the point of the Rumble where Reigns had to keep his title, where he got carted off and brought back and did nothing for 40
That's different. That's the Roman sleeping Rumble.
Okay, what about the Austin McMahon Rumble, where McMahon did fuck all for the majority of the matches that had commentary?
Storyline built from the previous thing and ended up contributing to the storyline that moved forward. Shinsuke Nakamura has not had the best of runs coming into the Rumble. A strong Rumble would have actually shown that, he is the player that we think. Remind everyone that he's the player they think he is, because he's been losing matches. He's not had a good run. AJ Styles just beat 2 men, one of who was a Universal Champion. Shinsuke Nakamura has done something, and I think they could have put.
Who would you prefer to win?
Shinsuke should have won, but he should have been put over more strongly during the build up to that, so that he was, when it came down to it, actually he's a credible threat here, as opposed to he's got it.
Now, I think that would work if the house shows there was more of a build up to fight for Rumble spots, like they did 15 years ago, plus, where on your house shows you had battle royales and matches to work out Royal Rumble things and Royal Rumble spots, and they got to fight and choose their spots. That doesn't happen anymore. It's people just go,
I don't like that. It's just like, I am going into the Royal Rumble. Oh, really? Is that how it works? Okay, I'm going into the Royal Rumble next year, because apparently that's all you need to do. Just say, I'm going into the Royal Rumble. Because I'm putting my name forward for the Royal Rumble. It's not fucking Parliament. It's not like you're not going in for office.
Mate, Parliament doesn't even work like that. Let's be honest.
It's like, I would like to submit my candidacy for the constituency of Royal Rumble. I would.
Is that how you win the Royal Rumble?
Yes.
You make your own constituency.
29 people thrown over the top rope ago.
I understand your point, Kev, but I think that the only way that we're going to see people be stronger contenders to win Rumbles is to have more interaction on house shows. But unfortunately, they're trying to build progressive storylines, and I think that's part of where the problem is.
Yeah, I'd like to say, in summary, it was a Rumble that was booked so much better than the last 2. That said,
I'd say the last 4.
That said, it wasn't perfect by any means.
I didn't say it was perfect.
Hurricane didn't get to have his choke slam.
Nah, mate, if he had choke slammed John Cena, that would be brilliant.
5 stars.
I wouldn't even it would have been a fucking. It would have got no sold, and that's not the point. It just would have happened, and that would have popped the roof more than anything else.
Yeah.
Imagine he chokes and he actually pulled it off, and then starts sort of looking around at everyone else like with his hand out, like, who's next?
And then John Cena comes up again, and then
Cena comes up and that's you, John Cena.